Hey everyone, welcome back. This is episode 2 of the series on how to retexture your own models, and as you can see, we are right where we left off last time. So, right now you have a guy who's all white. He doesn't have any textures, very flat. You can see that the sun is kind of reflecting on him, or at least the fake sun. There's no sun in Substance Painter. And so what we're going to do is, first of all, for me personally, I like to work in base color, which I'm going to get there by tapping the letter C on your keyboard. It makes the model look a little more flat. Again, that is C on your keyboard one time. Or you can just come over to this drop menu up here and click on base color. You can also go back to material, which is where you were before. Base color is what I find to be more accurate. Now, to get these textures fixed, and as you can see, these textures are weird, go to File, go to Import Resources, Add Resources, and now you have to find your Materials folder. So I'm going to go all the way to Data D for me. It might be on a different drive for you. Mine's in Retexturing Models, then in Updated TC13 Base for me. Again, yours will be different. It is this pack for me, and so this is the actual base pack. Like if you're working with VRP or TC13, it'll be called TC13 or VRP. For me, since this is Jajon's base, I'm using this folder. You go to the Materials folder. If it's TC13, it is different, and I can help you guys directly if you need. Just contact me, and I will do what I can. I'll make a video for TC13 stuff. But anyways, you go to Materials. Then you just kind of go through the folders until you get to the place where it has the options. Now, for VRP, it'll have all the different options for ARC, Trooper, Gunners, things like that. TC13, yours is going to look really weird. It's going to have one called text_TGA and other stuff like that. You just gotta work through those and pretty much just find what you can. I'm going to be going to CTA actually, and I believe it is Trooper for me. And then I'm going to pretty much just scroll through here until I find the one I want. And I believe it's helmet, and I'm just going to text this because I don't exactly know. This base isn't, I haven't memorized the organization. And so, okay, I imported the texture I needed. It was a helmet texture, so I'm actually going to cut out a helmet. And I'd like to apologize if this is a little jumbled up. This is just kind of the basics. I'm going to add a filler, which is this button right here. I already did that. Then I'm going to right click, and it opens up this menu. Click on base color right here. I'm going to look up helmet, and okay, I was right. Yes, I was using the right helmet. As you can see, I now have textures. A helmet texture. It looks great. Okay, so now that I know where I'm importing from, I'm going to import the rest of my textures. I'm going to import armor, and that's all I'm going to import from here. Texture. Now, you make sure, by the way, you always have this as texture and import resources current session. If you don't do this and you have it as anything else, it won't work. So just left click here and change it to texture. Now I need to find my other options like the visor and the suit, and I believe that is actually in shared 3 for me, but I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, this base, I'm still learning it. It probably would have made more sense for me to do a video on the other bases that I know a little bit better, but I wanted to just kind of throw it out here. And I know that it's not visor, it's called Shine in TC13 and TC12, so that's why I didn't click that. Okay, so I'm actually going to use the TC13 visor. I quite like it. So I'm going to come in here to TC13 13.0. And this is kind of outdated, by the way. For anyone using TC13U or TC13 in general, this was like first edition TC13 when it first came out. So definitely outdated. But this is kind of what you have when you open up TC13 folder. This is your body groups. And then you just have to find, I think it's text B group. No, it's not this. Then it might be text TGA. Yeah, it is. So, yeah, and it's called Shine if you're looking for the visor. Okay. Current session, and I'm going to hit import. Now everything I have is imported. And my headset just died, so I am going to fix that real quickly. Sorry. Okay, so from here, we're going to go to the armor, and we are going to add a filter. So left click here, right click, base color, and look up armor. There we have it. The armor PNG is now on and wrapped around the model. So you can see that we actually do have a texture for our guy. Now we do the same thing for every other layer. So make this a suit. I believe suit is just a flat black color. So for this base anyways. Some bases have it different. And then visor. Right click here and look up shine for me. Like I said, I like the shine one. Okay, so there you have it. You have a basic guy in here, and so now you need to add color if you want to. I mean, you should be wanting to, unless you're just trying to make like a base texture for the thing, in which case this isn't the video for you. So you're going to come down here and you're going to add another filter. So I'm on the helmet right now, so I'm going to actually move up to the helmet just to show that off. So you can see that it's completely overwritten the texture there, right? So and now it just looks like a gray blob. First of all, you left click on this norm, go to multiply, and so now you can see that the color, and to change the color, by the way, just right click and click the gray bar beneath base color. You can see that the color is applied everywhere. Now, I actually have a specific color I am going to be working with for this video. I am making a trooper for the 23rd Bulwark Division. So, for me, my color is very specific. It's 0, 152, and 190. 0.152, 0.190 rather. And there you have it. There's my colors. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a black mask, clicking on this. And you can see that I have the ability to paint. But it's going to look like this when you first start. Just hold control and right click and then move your mouse up and it'll make it more solid. So you can see that I can now paint on it. Hit X, I can delete, right click and scroll down. I can actually change the alpha if I want specific shapes. So if I want like an arrow or something, I can do that. So as you can see, I now have I had it on erase mode. As you can see, I now have an arrow. You hit X again to get off the erase mode. That's on me. Sorry, guys. And last but not least is poly painting. So if you come up here to this box and do 3D/2D, it'll look like this. As you can see, I now have the textures in 2D and 3D. And I'm going to come over here and click on this polygon fill box. So you can see that it has polys, right? So I can actually paint by poly. And I'm just going to paint right there, that triangle. I clicked once, and actually I don't think it went all the way through just because I got lucky. So I'm going to just paint that section right there on the 3D model. You can see that it bled through, and it'll bleed through everywhere. So if you're going to paint by poly, I recommend doing it only on the 2D textures, as this isn't going to bleed. See? No bleeding. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this. I'll paint up my guy, and it's the same thing for the body, by the way. So I'll paint him up, and then I'll come back to you guys in the next one, and I'll teach you how I do my wear and tear and fine details. So yeah, see you then.